I bombed in front of. So there's this Bob Woodruff, the reporter from ABC who got blown up in Iraq. Yep. He does this amazing charity concert where they bring in like Seinfeld comes and Bruce Springsteen comes, and I somehow made it onto the list of comedians. And I followed Bruce Springsteen. And so there's all these soldiers in the audience. The whole audience was full of soldiers and who had been wounded. And Bruce Springsteen comes out, and it is the best. It's Bruce Springsteen, and he puts on a magical 3 songs. It's the whole Max Weinberg Orchestra there, and this whole band, the E Street Band, is there, and it is magical. The soldiers feel terrific. He then proceeds to auction off the guitar that he has played for those last 3 songs, and like 2 of the songs had not been heard since 1974 or something like that. Yeah. So it's like E Street Band, Smithsonian level of. A woman pays literally $100,000 for it. Wow. He walks into the audience, gives it to her, signs it. I believe he married her for a short time. Then angels picked him up, carried him back on stage. He bowed, and then they said, "Ladies and gentlemen, Joel McHale." And the last thing they wanted to see was the guy who makes fun of Ryan Seacrest for a living, and second reference, and was at the time Kardashian jokes and corralling Chevy Chase on Community. So that was the last thing they wanted to see. And at the end of that, I walked off stage, and everyone was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And Robin Williams was about to go on, and Robin Williams just goes, "Oh man, you're very brave." And it was a very true statement that I was like, yes, I guess I was brave to walk out there after Bruce Springsteen and bomb for 10 minutes. It was great. And then one of the reasons I'm doing the show today is because I'm promoting Merry Friggin' Christmas, which Robin, and ironically, Robin and I were in the movie together. And it is, now I'm promoting it on an NFL radio show. So, and people always, they asked me, now they're asking me obviously a lot about Robin. And and every answer is the same. He was just the greatest. Yeah, I think we have a clip of the movie, and we weren't going to show it now, but since we're talking about it, they'll get it ready, and let's show it. But what was well, they're telling us we do have it ready, so we're going to take a look at that, and then let's get a story on the back end of it too. Sure. Yes, that was, and then Tim Heidecker is pulling us apart, where he then says, "Okay, now you can fight." Right after that, and we proceed to fight each other for 2 hours. Nice. It was crazy. No, it didn't. It was. I can't believe it's coming out today. And it's all happened, and he's not here. It's nuts. How long ago did you guys shoot that? A year and a few months. It was shot in Atlanta. Shot in Atlanta? It was a Christmas movie shot in the spring, so they had to digitally remove all the cherry blossoms and all the flowers that were blooming. Do they have to put dialogue in like, "Sure is unseasonably warm this Christmas"? That is exactly what happened. Oh. They had to adjust the script because there was no way to simulate it. That's funny. Great. Now, shot in Atlanta, but does the film take place in Atlanta then? Or is it shooting in Atlanta for Wisconsin? Yes. And we shot at this place called Stone Mountain that had a lot of fir trees, so it looked kind of like northern Wisconsin. So, obviously, you mentioned Robin Williams, and you said he was at part of the thing that you bonded in. Had you ever worked with him or been at a show of his or a comedy show before? I was going to say, you grow up listening to Robin Williams comedy records, comic relief. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. I mean, I had, he did, it was an album where it's live, I think it's Live from New York or something like that. I can't remember, but I wore that thing out and played it back. I would tell jokes back to him, and he would be, it got to an annoying point for him where he was like, "Yeah, I remember that joke. I liked it a lot." He also used the F word. I can't say it now because we're on television, right? But he used it, he's the only person that I heard him use it 400 times a day in an endearing way. And he would just say, I can't really repeat it without saying it. So, but he might have been the nicest man I had ever. For the level of power and talent that he was at, he was always so sweet and so humble. And he really made Rich look like an arrogant jerk. Rich Eisen, I'm talking about. What's your favorite Robin Williams movie? Boy, I just showed my kids Jumanji, and they loved it. That movie holds up great. I would recommend that movie. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
Years ago? It's great. I would go see it now. But, boy, I loved him in 1 Hour Photo.
Yeah.
It was so different and disturbing and great.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.